nobody said it out loud. There was no press conference, no grand unveiling. Real Madrid just quietly assembled a squad that, piece by piece, stopped making sense as anything other than a title machine. And somehow, most of the football world only just noticed. If you want more of these breakdowns as this window keeps unfolding, stick around and subscribe, because this transfer saga is nowhere near finished. Start with the manager. Jose Mourinho didn't wait for the ink to dry on his contract before he started calling the shots. Weeks before he was even formally announced, Mourinho was already in a Madrid hotel room with the club's director general, their chief scout and super agent Jorge Mendes, mapping out exactly how this roster needed to change. Previous coaches at this club had to beg for reinforcements. Carlo Ancelotti pushed for years to get key positions strengthened and was largely ignored. Mourinho didn't ask. He planned, and the moves that followed weren't random. Dumfries arrived from Inter Milan to replace the departing Dani Carvajal at right back. A release clause activated the moment it became available. Konaté came in on a free transfer from Liverpool to reinforce a defense that's looked shaky for 2 seasons running. Quietly, unglamorously, Madrid were fixing the boring stuff first. The stuff that doesn't trend but wins you leagues. Then came the one nobody expected them to actually land. Diomande, a 19-year-old Ivorian winger who tore up the Bundesliga with RB Leipzig, had PSG positioned as favorites for most of the summer. Liverpool and Arsenal circled too. Leipzig said he wasn't for sale. Madrid didn't care. They came in with an opening bid, got told no, came back with more, and got it done anyway. PSG have already bowed out with a statement admitting defeat. That's not a club chasing a name. That's a club that decided it wanted a player and simply outworked everyone else to get him. And here's the part that should really worry the rest of Europe. While all of that was happening in public, the biggest move of all was happening almost in silence. Multiple reports now say Rodri has made his decision. A past Ballon d'Or winner, the player Manchester City have built their entire midfield around, has privately told people he wants to be a Real Madrid player. Personal terms are reportedly close. The only conversation left is with City directly, and with just 12 months left on his contract at the Etihad, City's leverage is shrinking by the week. This is the exact profile Madrid have been missing since Toni Kroos and Luka Modric walked out the door. A gap that's cost them 2 trophyless seasons, and it might already be decided. Nobody was talking about this 6 weeks ago. Not like this, but the move that actually reveals the whole plan isn't a signing at all. It's the exit nobody wanted to say out loud. Vinícius Jr.'s contract talks have stalled and Arsenal are circling with real intent. For years, that sentence would have sounded like nonsense. Now it's a live storyline, with reports suggesting Madrid have already put a number on his head if the Gunners come calling. And that's when it clicks. Diomande isn't a squad rotation piece. He's the succession plan. A 19-year-old direct, explosive wide threat signed to 2031, arriving at the exact moment the club's most electric attacker might be on his way out. Mourinho isn't gambling on Vinícius staying. He's making sure it wouldn't matter if he left. Add it up and it stops looking like transfer business and starts looking like architecture. Dumfries and Alexander-Arnold fight it out at right back. Konaté strengthens a defense that leaked goals for 2 years. Rodri, if it happens, solves the single biggest structural problem this squad has had since 2022. Diomande ensures the attack against its own uncertainty. Every piece exists because of a specific weakness, not because it looked good in a highlight reel. This is what nobody told us. We were all watching the Rodri headlines and the Vinícius rumors like they were separate stories. They're not. They're the same plan viewed from different angles. Mourinho isn't building a team to make noise in July. He's building one that's supposed to still be standing in May, when Barcelona's front 3 gets tired and this Madrid squad, finally with a real base behind it, is just getting started. Nobody told us. We're only finding out now, one confirmed report at a time. And that's really the story here, isn't it? Not one signing, not one rumor, but the fact that this entire rebuild has been happening in plain sight while everyone argued about the wrong details. People spent weeks debating whether Vinícius would actually leave, whether Rodri would actually say yes, whether PSG could actually win the Diomande race. Meanwhile, the answer to all of it was the same the whole time. Mourinho wasn't reacting to any of these sagas. He was the one setting them in motion. Think about where this squad was 12 months ago. A defense that couldn't hold a lead, a midfield that got walked through by anyone with real structure, and a front 3 that had to do everything themselves because nobody behind them could keep the ball. Now look at it. 2 rebuilt fullback spots. A center-back pairing with genuine Premier League pedigree. A potential Rodri arrival that would finally give this team the control it's lacked since Kroos and Modric left. And an attack that no longer depends entirely on one 26-year-old's mood about his contract. That's not luck. That's not Florentino Perez throwing money at whoever's trending. That's a manager who walked in with a plan already built and a club that for once let him run it. Barcelona should be paying very close attention. So should everyone else in Europe, because by the time this window closes, nobody's going to be able to say they weren't warned. We just didn't hear it the first time.